Patrick is next. He's in Los Angeles. Hi, Patrick. Welcome to the EntreLeadership Podcast.
Hey, thanks for taking my call.
Sure. What's up?
So, I've got a couple businesses where we are in manufacturing repair of like RVs, trailer type things. We feel it's a very lucrative business, but it's very demanding. And we want to start doing something else. We feel like it's just draining dealing with the public, I guess you could say. And we want to do something more real estate wise, but every time we see the numbers, it doesn't make any sense to us with what we make now. So I don't know. I'm just looking for some guidance on what to do with the money we have invested, because we kind of don't want to keep doing what we're doing because we just can't stay in the industry. So, yeah.
Okay. Interesting. What are you making?
So we manufacture like utility trailers, various type trailers, RV repair industry, axles, stuff like that. And
how much money are you making?
About $3 million a year.
Top line?
What's that?
Top line?
That's just the gross.
Yeah, that's the gross. What's the net?
I want to say we're about 175.
$1,750,000?
Yeah.
You're running a 50% margin on this puppy.
Yeah.
Okay. So, what type of people are making you miserable?
The thing is, it's a lot of problem solving. I'll give it. So like the automotive industry, when somebody comes in and has a vehicle they're working on, there's a set of hours it takes to do something, and it's written in a book. In our business, it isn't. So there's a lot of problems.
You're custom. Yeah.
Exactly. There's a lot of problem
one-offs.
Solving.
Yeah.
Exactly. So that's why it's so draining trying to, have all this knowledge in place. And we've tried different people to service right, estimate, and all the businesses around us have failed that have done it. And we've acquired people from them and machinery from them. And it's just a very demanding, draining field to be in. And we're just kind of...
Okay, I'm still confused what's draining. I get that it's one-offs and they're custom, but who are the people that are draining?
So I'll give you an example. If we even have to order certain parts that we don't have, ordering from these other manufacturers and other suppliers, it's just, there's so many variables involved. It's not like in construction where I can go down to Home Depot and get some lumber every day. It's specialty parts. It's just, there's too many gears in the transmission, I guess you could say, that we have to rely on people, and it puts everything back. We come out so much money to make sure we have inventory, and we use up all our money to do it. And for us, we just wanted to get into something else like real estate or anything that's going to net some more good cash flow for us instead of us having to be ran into the ground doing it. So all I'm asking is, if you have a way or another way with the money that we have liquid and what we have now to do something else.
Yeah, I heard what you were asking, but I was curious. Yeah. I'm trying to still understand the actual problem. Because, it's tough to walk away from $1.7 million annual net profit.
Yeah.
There's got to be a lot of buttholes involved for me to want to walk away from that.
There is.
Yeah.
That's the problem.
Wow.
Yeah.
I could just amputate a few of them and pick out the worst ones and get rid of them. And I'm not going to be in that part of the business anymore because those people are just scummy and I don't want to be over there anymore. But I'll do this portion of the business and instead make $1 million instead of $1.7 million. Oh, darn.
Here's another thing too.
I think you could clean it up and reset the expectations. I think the problem is you're trying to be too nice to everybody.
Yeah, that's the thing though. We're not. We have a process that we don't deviate from, and we either fix it this way or we won't even touch your job at all, because if we deviate and let the customer dictate the repair, it never gets done properly. And then it's always, we're attracting the client that doesn't want it done properly. So we have a process that works well.
Well, let me just tell you, real estate business is exactly the same way.
Is it?
It's exactly the same way. Because, if you're doing a rehab, you're dealing with subs, and you're going to have to go through the exact same, because no two rehabs are alike. No two builds are exactly the same. and and subs don't show, and Biden screws up the supply chain. You can't get windows in the house, and there's crap. I mean, every business has these frustrations, and the part of that's why I was poking around on it, because I'm afraid you might jump from the frying pan over into the fire. So how much liquid have you got? I'll come back to your question, just try to help you.
I've got about $1 million liquid.
Okay, what is it you want to do? You said you're just going to shut this down, sell off the inventory?
I was thinking of just hiring in certain people, watching the sales go down and everything else just go down, and just to where it's getting a little bit in every month, and then focus on, we've never been one to go in debt. So we live by like a 10 times rule. If we didn't have 10 times that amount in the bank, we didn't buy it. So all of our equipment was used secondhand, bought out other companies and went out of business just to get to where we are. And I keep seeing all these people saying, oh, go into debt and get cash flow going. And we've never done it.
You've got cash flow. You don't need to go into debt. You got cash flow. But I'm not saying that. So you have $1 million, and you're going to let this business just kind of atrophy, and you take what you can get out of it while it just dissipates and deteriorates. So that's the plan.
Ideally, I'd never do that. But
well, that's what you just told me.
Yeah. I get tired of waking up next to the wife and just seeing the hell through the eyes. And like, this just is another day of just dealing with.
Does she work down there?
Oh, yeah.
Okay. Let me stop one more time. What do you want to do with the $1 million?
I want to get some cash flow coming in every month that requires a lot less people involved. I don't know if it's
what can you live
units.
on?
I don't know if it's well, that's the other thing. I don't know, because I live a pretty good life. We do what we want when we want, but
yeah, you got $1.7 million coming in a year. Yeah, it generally will get you where you want to go. Yeah. Okay.
But it never seems like it is. I always feel broke. Like right now, I feel broke.
Why?
Because I think maybe the people we hang around that just, I don't know if they're credit card captains or what they are, but
they make $3 million a year. I mean, yeah.
I have no idea. Yeah. I don't ask, but I just know we're not in debt, and that's good.
Comparison is the thief of joy. Okay, so
yeah.
All right. Let's. Because I mean, you could take $1 million and put it in a mutual fund; it'll make $80,000 a year in perpetuation. I mean, you can pull 80 or 90, 100 grand off a year if you want to live on that with $1 million and just invest it, and you're done. But that's really not what the question is. The question is, you need to find something you can do with all of these skills that you have, because you have a tremendous entrepreneurial ability. You're really crummy at systems, and you're really crummy at saying no. And what is it your wife does down there that's taking her life away from her?
The sales.
Is she dealing with all the butthole customers?
Uh-huh.
And that's stolen her joy? Is that what's driving this whole thing?
100%.
Fire her. Honey, I relieve you of your burden. I'm going to get someone else to deal with the idiots. You're dealing with idiot savants all day long, and it's stolen your life. I see it in your eyes. You're dying slowly, and your husband is killing you. I am going to set you free of that. What would you like to do, honey? Here's $1 million. I'm going to go get a salesman to do what you used to do so you can breathe again. What would happen then?
We've tried it.
Who's we?
Many times. We've brought somebody in to do it. That's the thing, is if we had a book on how to...
No. There's other people can do what she does.
Oh, man, if you know, I'd like to say yes, but then when I look around and I see the other businesses we're in, I don't see it. I see them all failing, and I wonder actually how...
You think they all fail because of the salesperson? Come on!
They're not.
Your wife is the only savant on the planet that can pull this off. Come on!
I'm not kidding. I'd love to find another business that's just like ours, and I guarantee you can't find it. We've been through them. I have guys that worked at all of them.
Yeah.
They're working for me now.
Mm-hmm. So is she, and it's not working. So I think we found the key here, Patrick. You think that you can't survive without her doing this, and it's taking her joy, and she is not fun because of that, and you're not fun because she's not fun. Happy wife, happy life. And if you fix this, I think you're going to like your business again. because I think you've got a really cool business, actually. You just need to get above it. You're just way too torqued out about every little thing in it. And yeah, fire a few customers, get somebody to do what your wife does, and you know, start being a little harder to get along with on some of these things. Take a few, figure out what percentage of these jobs are causing all the stress, and don't take those types of jobs. You know, we figured out there's certain kinds of things around Ramsey, certain types of industries we just don't work with. We have a large customer today that came in and started telling us the way things that were going to be, and I sat down with my leadership team and said, "What are we going to do?" And I said, "Well, just tell them we'll miss you." I mean, that's, you know, sad, but you know, that's not how it works here. So, you know, it's just, you need to do some of that, man. You know, and because there's some of these jobs, some of these vendors. I bet you if you took 10% of the bad vendors, 10% of the bad jobs, and 10% of the bad team members, 15%, and cleaned them out, you could probably have a lot more joy. And part of that is your wife hates what she does, and you've become convinced that she's the only one on the planet that can do it, and that's absolute bullcrap. That's just bullcrap. There's no single thing that only one person can do. There's only one job that was ever that way, and Jesus had it, and she ain't Jesus. So he's the only one that could do that job, but that's the only job that only one person on the planet can do. That's it. So somebody else you can skin this cat another way and let your wife have her smile back. You've got too good a thing going, and you're gonna go do the same crap in another business is the problem, because you're going to be the common denominator. So I don't think you're going to find great joy in one of these other things. I really don't. I would tell you to do it if I thought you did. I love you. I want you to win. I think what you're doing is freaking amazing, actually. But there we go. Tired of arguing about it. This is the EntreLeadership Podcast.